What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Mini Customs. Today we're going to be talking about a company that helps mechanics in the most important way. We're talking about Toolbox Widget. That's right, a company that's based out of Montana that was created by an aircraft mechanic that needed more room in his toolbox. His product is well known since 2019 to help out mechanics free up around 40% of the space in their toolbox. Intrigued and now having a new toolbox, a new 52-inch wide Husky from Home Depot, I decided to put that to the test. So I bought a bunch of their wrenches, large wrenches, and what was the other one I bought? The screwdrivers. For now to get us started. I really want to push this product for the main fact that it's USA made here in Montana. The other thing that's really cool is that they're veteran packaged. That means a veteran is literally packing these tool organizers personally for you. And that I find really cool. Anything that supports our military, especially veterans, I believe should be, recognized. I believe that. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you the new Husky 52-inch toolbox that I got from Home Depot. Let's get to it. Now that you got a good look at the actual new toolbox, the 52-inch Husky toolbox, let's talk more about what we're doing today. So as we're talking about wrenches, sockets, stuff like that, the biggest problem I got with the organization, I have bought Craftsman ones before. Me and Craftsman have had a kind of a falling out. I will buy their tools, but I probably will no longer be buying their toolboxes or anything like that over the fact of I had a problem with my last box and none of them seemed to be organized on how to get it fixed. They had no idea who made it, and so I decided, since my work, where I work, bought a bunch of new toolboxes for the some of the team leaders and the repairmen that are there. They bought them Husky 52-inch toolboxes. Now this is an upgraded version of that with 5-inch casters. It also has that workbench that you just saw me pull out. It also comes with an LED bar for the very top, which is kind of nice. And altogether, I just really like this setup way better than my Craftsman. I was looking at buying another Craftsman until I realized, like, this is probably the better of the deal. So, now that I said all that, what we're here to talk about today is the Toolbox Widget. The Toolbox Widget was a design that they came up with back in 2019. Like I said, it was an aircraft mechanic, and he wanted something that mechanics could use to free up a lot of space in their toolbox. The biggest problem I find being a mechanic, especially doing videos like this where I seem to always be accumulating more and more tools, is organization. It becomes a huge problem. So over the years I've bought different types of organizers, but it made it where it took up a lot of space, or it didn't hold up very well, or it didn't work with even the product that it was supposed to work for. So I ended up trying out this new one, and this is my first time ever buying Toolbox Widget ever. But I have yet to see one bad review on them. So what we're actually going to be working on is a drawer that has always been a problem. I didn't go with the sockets this time yet due to the fact that I have a ton of wrenches and I would like to get them all into one drawer, okay? So that's what we're going to be working on today. I will show you exactly what I'm talking about right now. Okay, so as far as I've been told, these have magnetic bases with a 7-pound hold down to your box, which is actually pretty good for a organizer right off the bat. Most of my organizers are non-magnetic. There's nothing holding them down. They just kind of stay the way they are. As you can see, they take up a lot of space. You got a lot of space that's being lost right in here. Stuff like that. And I know that I'm showing you sockets, but I'm showing you how I'm organized right now. And it made moving tools over from the old box to the new box really easy. I don't plan on upgrading a box again. Like I said, we had some minor difficulties, and that's why we ended up upgrading. And in all reality, I personally already like this box design a lot better. I think it came out a lot better than what Craftsman had designed back in the day. Mind you, that was like 7-8 years ago I bought that box. So the drawer we're talking about today is not the socket drawer. We will be getting to that eventually, but it's the wrench drawer. Now when I say wrench drawer, I mean 3 of them. Yeah, I never bought a ton of the organizers for it. It ended up being like those Harbor Freight specials, and their magnets were junk, so they would usually just fall. It got to the point where I just ended up throwing them out, and so this is what I'm left with right now. I have it basically set up right now with, closed ends. I got open ends, slims. I also have the midget wrenches. And I also have the flare wrenches for like brake lines, fuel lines, stuff like that. If you come up to this drawer, we also have ratcheting wrenches. I would love to get rid of the foam because as much as this was like a really cool idea, it makes getting tools out of there a pain in the butt. It is insane. For you to be able to get this out, you got to kind of push down and then you got it out, which is fine for simple tools like that. But there's other tools that I have with that kind of foam setup where it just wasn't ideal. I want something where I could just easily grab it. I know it's missing, and I'm going to show you their cool design. Like if you look at like the foam idea, if you press down and take a tool out, you got this huge yellow hole telling you, hey, you're missing your 13mm wrench. Okay, now you're all good. Toolbox Widget found an easier way to do that without having to sit there and cut out foam. Like I had to physically cut these out, and it took a lot of time for me to cut these out. I mean, you're talking individually, every wrench, every screwdriver I did had to be cut out individually. That became a problem. It took a lot of time. I think it almost took an entire day just to do the wrenches and stuff like that. And like, if you look, I got it even for my ratchets, which I'm hoping to get rid of this too. Then you got like the extensions and stuff. Toolbox Widget makes something for all of this. That's a big deal to me. It has to be something that's universally worked, which is one of the biggest focal points that this guy went on to. And that, to me, is awesome. That's what I want. I want something that this guy put some major energy and effort into. So let's get to the actual thing you came to see, unboxing and doing the actual organization of the wrenches and all that stuff. Let's get to it. All right, so we got the first drawer done. Basically, it's all combination wrenches, regular standard size, midget sized. So I finally got it all organized, and here's a look at that drawer right now. It basically looks amazing. I absolutely love how this just came out. Just all nice, organized, and cleaned. The ones in the bags are very, very rarely used. So I didn't see the point on pulling them out and even doing those. I really wanted to fit as much into the drawer as possible, organized. And this is what I mainly use all the time. So this worked out amazing. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, what about the labels, Tony? You have no labeling on there. Everything stands straight up. That makes it a pain in the butt. Wrong. The guys at Toolbox Widget thought of everything when they came up with this design. As awesome as can be. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But the cool part is they came out with these plastic pieces that literally have like the 11 millimeter and all that other stuff already on it. The cool part is they come in a flat gray. So you could either color them in black for metric or standard, and then you could do, say, a different color for, metrics and standards. So then you can even devise it even more. This is a really cool design. I'm not gonna do this part in the video. I'll probably show you at the end with these actually on it. I'm probably just gonna color them all in black, just to make it real simple. I don't need to go crazy like that. But all in all, I really like how this turned out just for that drawer. Mind you, I still have another set to go. I still have all of these to go. I still have all my flaring wrenches to go. I have open-end combinations, and I have full boxed in ready to go. So all of these still have to go into a drawer. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. Hopefully it works out just like this one. What's cool about it also is because of those 7-pound magnets, and you know, not that mechanics get mad or anything. They do what they call a slam test. It's actually pretty funny, because basically you just go. Yeah, I know. I didn't even hear a dingle, like not even a jingle in there. Crazy. The other part that's really cool about this toolbox, my other toolbox didn't have, this has anti-slam drawers also. So this is really gonna help out all the way around. But like I said, the slam test, yeah, it passes. Not one tool is out of place. Nothing. It doesn't matter. You can do it again. Just slam it. Let's slow down on it. Beautiful. Open it back up. All your tools are exactly the way you left them. I love this design. I'm going to go ahead and do the next drawer, and then I'm going to just show you guys the ending. Hopefully that came out good. So here you go. All right, so as you can tell, it does take some serious time to reorganize your stuff. I absolutely love these. I went ahead and I did all the tags on it. I went ahead and did all of the organization. This drawer is literally nothing but all combination wrenches that I own. This is literally every single one, metric and standard. I went ahead and put all those into place. I love it. It's amazing with these little number brackets. I do like that, and I'll bring you in for a closer look, is that you got all of them in order. I got my ratchet wrenches in there. I got everything set up. What I really like is when you take a tool out, there you go. It tells you, yo, you're missing something with a bright neon orange strip. I love it. This thing was an awesome invention. I love that it has magnets to hold everything down. And then I went ahead and even did this drawer, which is like my combinations, flare wrenches, stuff like that. And then I just kind of threw my welding stuff over there. But altogether, I can't wait to actually do the rest of my box in this setup. I haven't done the screwdrivers yet, which will probably be its own thing. Other than that, I really do like it. I mean, the weird part is kind of with the combo wrenches, you're not able to put like the little tags on there, obviously, because you got different sizes on one wrench. But I mean, in all reality, I just want to know if something's missing or not. So in all reality, I love it. I think this is an awesome setup. It's nice, clean, organized. I don't know if you noticed, but like Husky imprinted their logo on it. It still keeps it open where you know what kind of branding you got. I think that's really cool. I definitely like this setup. I'm going to go ahead and do the sockets now. Or not the sockets. The screwdrivers real quick. And then we'll do like a final like throw over the whole thing. Kind of just show you guys what I pretty much rock in my own home for tools and working on stuff and, you know, all that fun stuff. Let's do it. All right, so I just got done doing the screwdrivers. I put my screwdrivers, my nut drivers, Torx, all that kind of stuff together. Honestly, I have to say for this modular system, it is amazing. I love it. Like, watch this. This is sick. Look at this. Look at how clean that is. Absolutely amazing. All of the freaking nut drivers are intertwined. You got small pocket-sized screwdrivers. And then you can actually V off of that to make it where you can fit the larger ones and it'll still lock down. Like, I love it. That's that drawer. Then you got the wrench drawer. I mean, I love this. I finally got all the tags on there. Nice and beautifully organized. All of it. All of my combo wrenches are finally together. Love it. Here's the next drawer. That's some of my welding stuff. Don't worry about that. So there is going to be more on this, probably not another video of it, but I really wanted to stress out to people that are like mechanics, even if you're a home worker like me. I'm a hobbyist. I like working on like go-karts, mini bikes, obviously, because you're on this channel. I really wanted to get more into organizing my tools and getting it better than cutting foam out and stuff like that, and trying to get it more organized to the point where I don't have to fight with stuff. Seeing it as organized as it is now, especially like with the magnets it's got on the bottoms, I am definitely going to be doing the sockets the same way. I am planning on buying actual impact sockets. That's one thing I have lacked over the years, and I have seen chrome sockets explode, and I have seen people pretty badly hurt from it. So I probably will be getting that along with Toolbox Widget's setup. If you'd like to see more content from or on this kind of subject, please let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and follow. Now on to the other stuff, which is basically the mini bikes, the go-kart, and all that stuff. Why am I late by a week? Okay. So this is what happened. I decided to go get a toolbox and do all that stuff, right? That slowed me down. I've been working 6 days a week, and then here came the bigger problem. Everyone I talk to knows that I'm working on the Manco Big Cat, and they wanted me to do that. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to get the right materials. I also don't like working in a mess, and that's what happened when I started cracking into the Big Cat. And then I was cracking in on the MB200, and it just started spiraling out of control where like the garage turned, or the shop itself turned into a mess. It got to the point where I was losing my temper trying to find stuff. So where we stand right now on each project is, this is obviously the Big Cat. It's been sitting here for a minute now. I went ahead and I grinded off all of the old foot pegs. We're going to be doing a whole new setup on it. When I took this apart, if you look right here, this is all rusting away. It's all just rust. And it doesn't matter, we got to get a bigger one anyways due to the front end. So we're actually probably going to go right about where this black mark is. And that's going to become the actual new kickstand. We'll keep the same spring setup because it'll still fly it forward. And then I cut out those pieces that were going to hit the front end. Got all that out of there. Cleaned it all up. And stuff like that. On to the MB200. The MB200 is still in somewhat the same condition. No, it's not. Okay, so we went ahead and we finally powder coated some parts. You all saw that in the K-Loft powder coating video. I went ahead and I took out the engine cradle because I'm doing Go Power Sports repositioning pegs. The only thing I don't like about the design they did, and it's not really due to them, there's nothing they could do about it. It was a good idea and it still is. The only thing is if you're a heavier set guy like I am, I'm about 280-ish. I don't trust 2 bolts to hold my fat ass up. And that's me being nice, okay? That's just me. So what I ended up doing was taking the new welder, and I went ahead and I welded it together. So now instead it's actually welded in to it. So this and this are now one piece. The bolts will still go through here, and that'll still hook up into the engine, and it'll do all the same stuff. It's just a little extra. I trust it a little bit more now. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do it right. So that means I'm gonna have to take all the seals out, or the rubber bushings they put in for the engine cradle, and we're getting it repowdered by Coating Concepts, the same guy who did Gravedigger. He's going to do it in a satin black, and then he's going to redo the tank from Go Power Sports because it's already got a nick in it. I don't want to deal with that. We're just going to powder coat the whole thing. And then I got my graphics lady dealing with making graphics. On to the Coleman. The Coleman, I'm still way behind. I haven't done a single thing to it. Why? Because I've been waiting on parts for the big cat. I've been busy with the kids. I do have kids. They will probably more than likely be in a video soon. And then I also finally got my pipe bender in, which that was taking forever. I was also doing research on steel piping for go-karts and stuff like that. Because unlike just going to your steel shop and just being like, okay, I just want pipe, I want it to be something that will be as good a grade as back in the day and will not rust immediately. I want a nice, strong tensile strength. I want it to be able to take a beating. So I went ahead and I found out the steel and diameters and all that I wanted. I went ahead and ordered that. That's finally on its way. So we have had a lot of stuff going on. It's just been behind the scenes kind of stuff. I understand that a lot of this stuff wasn't on the mini bikes and stuff, but if you didn't notice, I cleaned everything, even the floor. I know it's still dirty. This is a nice floor. I do like it. Cleaning it is hard as hell. This is power washed. So I finally got Gravedigger flipped around, and we'll be working on him eventually. You know, I had to get reorganized, guys. Like the whole thing is, if you're not organized, it's a pain in the butt. Okay? So other than that, we should be back on track. Dad and my wife had a lot of stuff she was doing. She's into horses, so she had a lot of stuff going on with that. Now she found a barn that's going to be a little more easygoing for me to be able to record and have my Saturday nights back, where I'll be able to start making videos on the continuous. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. I hope you guys understand that next week I'm hoping to be rocking again on mini bikes and stuff like that, whether it be tearing it down, welding, whatever we're going to be doing. Make sure, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the follow button, subscribe, like the video, share it. Let's get some more people into this kind of stuff, because I really want to see some real cool investment into this. I really don't want to be just doing all of this and nobody get into it. Get out there, go build something. That's what you should be doing. Go enjoy something, share it with your family. I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night.